Welcome to a great scene here. Excitement and energy flowing in the stadium as we get ready for this week's Game of the Week. We can only hope that it matches the hype. And this is a special date on the college football calendar. Number 1 versus number 2 here late in the season. This, folks, is a potential national championship game preview, as we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Rainbow Warriors will kick this deep to begin the game. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Oh, and he's got some space here. Gets some blocks. Can they catch him? Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown.
I mean, that's exactly how you want to start a football game, right? We haven't even gotten settled in, and already they're in the end zone with the opening kickoff to this game. Blocking up front to free the return man for that touchdown. Outstanding across the board.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And the ball spotted at the 17. We've been better off just taking a knee. Big guys up front, line up. It's first down. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Has the first down, still on the move. The game is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. The defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Snags the quick throw. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Quick throw to the left side, and it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
The pickup is 9. That's what they're looking for. Sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Pass clock.
It's a good thing they pick up the first down here, because it would have been interesting to see. They were kind of in that no man's area there. If they did not pick up the first down, would they have kicked the field goal or would they have gone for it? But here, doesn't matter. Nice first down.
He's moving out of the pocket now, and he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. They'll run it from the gun. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Trying to create here on the move. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. And they bring him down, but look, there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see if the officials wipe away this turnover. The Rainbow Warriors begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Football comes out, and the defense jumps on the football.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Football knocked loose in the backfield. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? There's the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Bringing pressure. He's going to take off. Slides down to avoid the tackle. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Looking to scramble. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Catch made on the out route. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, Chris, everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all 4 quarters, it could get really ugly by the 4th.
That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Back to throw again. Using his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
For the defense trying to get after this quarterback, I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. He's going to pull it down and run. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Defense doesn't. taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. Only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
And now from the pistol formation. And they'll use the ground game here. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
The Blue Raiders looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking for some space. It's Jackson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Oh, look at the quick cut. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Testing the right side here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee State. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution on that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. Last possession, they fumbled it away and it set up a touchdown drive. And they bounce back from that right away. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Really solid 1st down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
Defense all over it. They stop him. I don't think he got it.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He's got it, a 4th down conversion. Drive stays alive. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
Down he goes, a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. From the shotgun, drops back. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Pressure is coming. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
The punt flies out of bounds. They'll spot this around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Middle Tennessee offense back out there. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. And he lofts it toward the sideline. What a diving catch way downfield. Big gain. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. And he's hit just before the throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Here's the 2nd down play. He hands it to the back. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And it's no good. He missed it. And the lead remains at 14 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Short throw complete to the tight end. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Extending the play now. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now he's executing. We're only in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. Middle Tennessee offense back on the field now. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks. And the Blue Raiders hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Using his legs on the scramble. And he'll scoot out of bounds after a short gain. Not enough for the first down.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game. He's able to do that right here.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, the sack is made there by the freshman. He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Blue Raiders line up on 1st and 10 now.
What a nice find there by the quarterback on 3rd down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on 3rd down. Being a good 3rd down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
Second down play coming up. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Come up on 3rd down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looking to scramble now. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Oh, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it, and gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
First down, looking to throw the football. Escapes the pocket. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Off play action. He's looking to throw. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Sails it way high out of the end zone and incomplete. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. They'll set up for the chip shot on the left hash mark. And it's good. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Blue Raiders will kick it off to begin the second half. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. First play of the second half is a handoff. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw it on first down. The pass rush closing in. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from their 25. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
So after consecutive losses, they got to come up with something here on third and very long. Quarterback looking to scramble. Breaking free at the 35. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
Keeping it on the ground here. Eludes a tackle. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Grab behind the line. It's awesome. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so second and 3.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
And completion makes it second and short. The pass is intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. At the 30 now. Inside the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. With the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. The Rainbows offense back on the field now. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. Can they recover from that right now? Dumps a short throw down to the running back. And that'll pick up a first down out of the 37.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Caught quickly.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And looking to throw now on first down. Fires it to the wide out. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Rainbow Warriors lining up here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. Running out of time in the pocket. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Hawaii. And they'll set up with a PAT. The extra point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
24, Hawaii 14.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Blue Raiders offense back on the field now. They'd love to produce some points and build this lead, but also work on the clock here. Moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They'll give it to the back. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
How impressive have these guys been up front today? Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. And he'll just get rid of it. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Going to try to use his legs here. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now, a 4th down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Middle Tennessee 24, Hawaii 14.
The Blue Raiders will have to kick it away.
On to kick it away.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground.
And the Hawaii offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Short return tackle made at the 27. Crucial takeaway.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The offensive coordinator's got to love this starting field position. Just trucks the man. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
That's a great way to start this drive after taking over in really good field position, working with the lead. Chance here for a knockout punch.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back, bringing pressure. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's complete downfield. Brought down, but not before he picks up the first down. Nice game.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Blue Raiders. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
Now they get set to kick it away.
14.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He steps out at the 23. That's where the drive will start. And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Defense is coming after him. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
Second down.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
But we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter. You're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. The ball is caught. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense in bounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40. The Rainbow Warriors hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback make.
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the 4th quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
He's going to take off here. Slides to avoid the big hit. And the Rainbow Warriors looking to cash in this red zone trip. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Point after, up and good. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Here comes the Middle Tennessee offense back out there. The pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
He'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Rainbow's offense back on the field now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looking for the wideout. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. They get him down after a short return, but interception. Gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. He escapes the sack. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. Now the important point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. Coverage team brings down the return. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got it. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. First down here for this offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looks like he's going to run it. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly.
And that's a first down for the offense.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
Here comes a handoff. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
Just another example of this offense that's doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Chris, how about this approach by this offensive play caller? Up big, 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots downfield looking for more points. I think they're trying to rub it in here a little bit.
He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference